What's up, YouTubes? This is Redemption, and I'm going to be doing commentary today on Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. As you can see, obviously it's on the screen right now. You don't have to be told what it is because most of you have probably played it. I'm doing it on this game because I just wanted to have fun, I wanted to chill out, I wanted to mess around, and because my Xbox is broken. Disc tray screwed up, I can't put games in, it doesn't work, blah blah blah. So I thought, I know, I'll play a game that doesn't even need a disc tray to play, which is San Andreas, because obviously it's from the dashboard, it's an arcade, not an arcade, it's the Xbox original game, so, you know, you can work it out for yourself. But anyway, on here, those cheats that I just put in there, the first one was Super Punch, which you can see here, I'll give you a demonstration here, bang! But the second cheat was Chaos Mode on. So basically the whole city now, everyone's trying to kill each other, everything's on fire, there's cars blowing up, helicopters flying everywhere, and it's pretty cool, and it kind of ties in with the thing that I'm going to talk about today, which is like a zombie apocalypse. You know, a nice bright topic. But basically, right, I mean, I was on the forums earlier today, checking out what people were saying, you know, checking out threads and stuff, and one guy posted a thread saying, like if there was a zombie apocalypse right now, like right where you are, how would you do, you know, how would you survive, stuff like that. And I love threads like that because you can really sort of open up your imagination and talk about like what you'd do if there was a zombie apocalypse. I mean, I know it's a pretty sort of a stupid term, you know, if there was a zombie apocalypse, because I think there probably is never going to be one for as long as we live. But there might not be a zombie apocalypse, but there could easily be a sort of this kind of situation right here, the whole rioting, like, because, you know, there have been plenty of books written about what's going to happen when, like, oil runs out and stuff like that. So that's going to be fairly similar, except people aren't going to be eating each other and stuff. Well, hopefully they won't be eating each other, they might. You know how desperate some people are going to get. But, yeah, I posted on the thread saying how I survive and stuff and my little plan, but you can't really go into emphasis on a forum because people just don't read it, because it's too long. If it's too long, you're not going to read it. It bores you. But, you know, when you say it, it's obviously a lot more interesting. But basically, if there was a zombie apocalypse, now you have to sort of clarify what kind of zombie apocalypse this is. Are we talking Resident Evil sort of slow shambling zombies, or are we talking sort of 28 days, 28 weeks later where the zombies are like sprinting at you like, ah, I want to eat your brains. Well, actually, I want to eat any part of you, to be honest. Any part of you that's like friggin' got blood running through it, I'm going to eat it. Stuff like that. If it's the first zombies, the slow walking kind of zombies, we have more of a chance. If it's the rage infected sprinters, then we're pretty much screwed because there's not a whole lot you can do against those. But anyway, we'll go with the first one. I'll go with the first one. It's nice and easy, like slow shambling kind of zombies. I don't know why they sound like cows, but that's just the noise I expect them to make. But yeah, if it's those guys, my plan would work pretty damn well, because I really would love this thing to happen. A zombie apocalypse would be so fun. I mean, obviously, when it happens, I'd be bricking it. I'd be sitting there in a corner, huddled down, like, I don't want to go anywhere, I'm going to die. But right now, in my imagination, I think it'd be a pretty fun thing. I mean, in the movies, and on the video games, and in books, it all sounds like such action, such drama, you know. But in real life, you'd probably see a zombie and shit yourself and run, unless you were some sort of sadist who just wanted to go and hunt them down for the fun of it, you know, protect the human race and everything. But for me, my best bet would not be like offense, it would be defense. I have such a plan, because where I live, like 5 minutes away, there is a massive like home base store. If you don't know what home base is, it sells like stuff for your home, you know. You could do stuff for the home and garden, like it sells appliances, and then it sells like decorating stuff and wood materials and tools and like lawn mowers and all kinds of stuff like that. And what I'd do is I would go to home base. It would be like my safe haven, because it's a really big chunky store, and what I could do there is I could actually like barricade myself in really well. I could get all the wood in, you know, drag all the wood in that they've got, and like pin it up against the doors and nail gun it in and jam up chunks of metal and stuff and lay out barbed wire and nail guns and all kinds of stuff, and it would be really effective defense, because there is actually one entrance on the front and the warehouse entrance on the back, so that's pretty good. And it's got 2 floors as well, so you could always have a floor to like fall back to. And across the road from there is a massive Sainsbury's, so obviously first port of call when you get in the car and you skid out of the driveway and you're like, oh my god, there's zombies everywhere, first port of call is going to be to Sainsbury's. So so I can grab as much food and water as I can. Obviously, if there's anyone else there, you got to make the choice between being a nice person and like trying to get survivors, or being an absolute badass and trying to kill everyone. Because I mean, if there's like the last tin of beans on the shelf, and you're like, bitch, I want those beans, and there's someone else trying to get them, you can either kill them and take the beans for yourself, or you can be nice and let them have the beans, or maybe even share the beans. Who knows? I mean, as long as it's not some really greedy fat man, because you always get those in the video games like Dead Rising. There's always a fat one who won't do what you say unless you give him food. If I met one of those, I'd kill him. I'd be like, bitch, I'm not having you in my survival group, you'd steal all the food. But that is a good point, the survival group as well. Would you try to find people, or would you stick with your own people? Because if it was like a generic survival thing, you'd obviously have, I mean, say it got really cliche and you had like the mechanic, the medic, the ex-soldier, you know, and all these people just happen to have their own sort of weapons and tools with them. I mean, that'd be pretty cool, because you'd feel safe, wouldn't you? You have a soldier standing next to you, you have a doctor standing next to you, you're going to feel pretty safe. And I mean, I'd try and do that. I'd try and find people who can bring their own skills to the group and stuff. But yeah, that's my plan. Go to Sainsbury's, go to home base, bish bash bosh, job done. Obviously, we won't stay there forever, like indefinitely, because we're gonna have to move out. Because you see it in the films, all the zombies, they know where you are. They're gonna try and break in and attack you. They're gonna try and get into your defensive position. So what you gotta do is you gotta just keep moving, keep on the move. I'd probably like get a car and like nail all kinds of bits of sharp metal and all kinds of stuff to it and make it into like a moving death machine. That's what I do, because there's a home base, not a home base, a Halfords next door as well, full of car equipment. So, you know, I'm just rolling in equipment here. I can just use whatever I want. But obviously, there is the fact that the zombies are going to be constantly trying to eat me and stuff. But hopefully, I'll be able to sort of pull together whatever I can use and just run out of there in a car. I get a nice car. See, that's a good thing about a zombie apocalypse. You can do whatever you want. No one's going to stop you. You can take a car, loot a house, kill someone. That's a good thing. I'm not condoning any of that, but I'm just saying you can if you want. But anyway, that's my story. That's my plan. That's what I'm going to do with this zombie apocalypse. I don't know what your plan is. It might be completely different to mine. It might be exactly the same. Who knows? All I do know is I kind of hope there's not going to be a zombie apocalypse, because that's kind of screwing everyone up for like the general life and the general survival of the human race and stuff. But who knows? Anyway, this is the end of this video right here. I'm going to kill myself in the corner of this little bar because I got really bored at the end of this video after dancing. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you are going to be subscribing to see my next commentary or whatever else I bring up next. And thank you for watching the video, guys.